Well, I've just arrived in beautiful Argentina. Got my wife, got my good friend, Mr. Branton, and Dan and Beverly Caldwell. So don't know what to expect yet, but it's beautiful country. And the lodge here is amazing. We're going to do some trout fishing in the next couple of days. The roar doesn't start till like Tuesday, and this is, you know what day this is, Saturday. So we're going to spend the afternoon, maybe do some horseback riding, then do some trout fishing. I've never trout fished before, so I hope I have somebody that is experienced and has a little bit of patience to let me and Miss Hall enjoy a little trout fishing, because I've heard the trout fishing here is phenomenal. So, where does this go? Inside of your boot?
This will be right beside your sock, and then we put a boot on top of that.
Okay.
So you have a boot for us. Okay.
Exactly. First we're gonna put these, and then we're gonna set up to see what.
So, okay. Well, let me get over here and sit down
Yeah.
so I can take my shoes off.
That's right. So,
You know, we came down and look, I've never fly fished. We put on these waders. I've never seen waders like this before. I'm used to like insulated waders with big things on. These had these little sock feet, and then you put these little tennis shoes over on top of those, and I'm thinking, man, what is all this for? So we head out and we get the flies, and Adrian is very patient.
It's keep the group all together.
Okay.
So this is a very nice area, and it's big area. So we're going to fish all together.
Wonderful.
That's perfect. In that
Perfect.
direction, let's cast a little further.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm trying to learn how to fly fish here. We got a dry fly on. Caught a couple of small ones. You got to keep your eye on it and see. It's all technical stuff here. My shoulders, my back. I thought, you know, you watch this on TV and it's so elegant and graceful. It's like, it wore me out. I have never worked so hard to catch a fish in my life. But I did catch some rainbows, first rainbows ever.
Behind, excellent. Keep the rod tip up. Pull the rod tip up. Look at me, Greg. Rod tip up. Excellent.
Now we're cooking. Now we got something for breakfast. Now, Miss Becky, now she likes to fish, but she likes to catch them too. That afternoon, she tore me up. I mean, she was on them. She was just like reeling them in. That was all worth it, just to have her here and experience it. And 'cause she's not a hunter, but she likes to fish. So. Woo! All right! Miss Hall's having an excellent time. I don't care if I catch a fish. I just wanted her to catch one. And guess what? She is skunking me. And I like it. You know what they say? Happy wife, happy life.
Old School Outdoors is being brought to you by Tubbs Hardware and Cajun Gifts.
Tubbs has had roots in Bossier since 1922. We are your hometown hardware stores. Owned by local folks, Tubbs is committed to old school friendly service and long-lasting products with the longest and strongest warranties, backed with our parts and service and easy financing. Y'all come see us, and may God bless the USA.
I'm gonna tell you about this brown trout. Now, Adrian said, now get it right where that little foam. Get it where that little foam. And it's like, I finally got it where that little foam was. Bam, this brown trout jumped up out of the water, grabbed that fly, It was absolutely, that was worth the whole fishing trip right there to catch that one fish.
Oh, it's beautiful, big. Really more, don't lose the tension. Okay, right there, perfect. Don't pull. Woo, the brownie. Really more. Really.
And then it fought, it was like, that was really exciting. And, but it was probably 18-inch or so, brown trout. But
Oh, yeah, it's a big brownie.
big brownie,
Good.
that's what we've been looking for. Thank you, sir, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Very fat fish, look at that.
Uh-huh. Nice fish. So that's a brown.
That's a brownie, yep.
He's a fighter, I can tell you that, huh?
Yep.
After a successful trip of fly fishing, the day comes to a close and the guys begin their preparations for the upcoming hunts.
We're here, looks like we got a 50, 100, 150, 200 yard range. So I guess we're gonna shoot at 100 yards to be sure the gun's on. About 1.5 inches high. That's perfect. That's perfect.
After getting the guns dialed in, they were ready for the next day's hunt.
So one was with a horn tunnel, kind of short horns. One of them, I can't tell that any of them got a horn.
Most of the morning was used to spot stags from the distance and to locate one that Greg wanted to harvest.
Well, we spotted 6 stags going up. One of them was pretty good. See one down there. There's all along this river, stream. It's just, they're everywhere down there. The stags were all up here. I ain't seen any horns down here.
After an eventful morning of seeing stags, the action was slowing down, so Greg and Dennis head in to regroup and prepare for the afternoon hunt. Will the action pick up for Greg on the afternoon hunt? We'll find out later on Old School Outdoors.
So we hunted that morning, and after we kind of figured there was not much activity, not much moving, they were settling down for the day to take a nap. So we came in and had a breakfast and then took a nap, cleaned up, had the big usual lunch that was underneath the outdoors, always the lunch around 2 o'clock, which was absolutely fabulous food. Then we moved into the take another nap mode, so we went back out at about 5 o'clock. Well, we loaded up and drove to the other side of the mountain. And ours actually was 2 mountains over. And we drove up, part way up the mountain, then we parked, commenced the walk up the mountain, and then we just sat up there and we glassed. We're thinking that the stags are on this other side, maybe down in the valley, several like little hills through here, so we'll ease over here and see what we see.
Check it out.
The afternoon hunt begins like the morning, but after glassing a few mountainsides, a stag is located, and they move into position to determine if the stag is a shooter.
Down this way or back this way? Down the corner. Oh, he's laying down. See. Underneath the bush. See. It's this round tree right there. He's laying down. You can just see his horn. We were like 200 yards out, and we just started skirting around the rim of the mountain and just kind of scooting and crawling, and I don't crawl very well with my knees, and it's kind of like we finally got to where we were like 200 yards. It was downhill slope. We set the sticks up and arranged him 200 yards and sat there. 30 minutes. We're waiting for this big sucker to stand up. Yeah? Huh?
The toughness of these animals is truly amazing. Greg made a fatal shot on this red stag. But the animal walked out of sight like nothing had happened. Will the guys be able to get on the trail of the stag? We'll find out later on Old School Outdoors. For more information on booking a hunt of a lifetime, contact Gordy White with Worldwide Hunting. We join back up with Greg as he's on the trail of the stag. Greg and his guide make it to the point where the stag was last seen and glass and find the stag bedded down.
Well, we got down, we were 300 yards up there, but we got a pretty good crosswind anyway. We got down, it was like 200 yards, and if we got down too much closer than that brush in front of us, we couldn't see him. So we got there about 200 yards, and then we just had to wait for the sucker to stand up. I couldn't see his body at all. And then finally when he stood up, he was facing the wrong way. I couldn't make no Texas heart shot. So he ran about 100 yards there, laid down. But we still see a little movement. We got plenty of time, it hasn't been that long. I know it's a mortal wound, we'll just give him a little time. No need spooking him, and then he get further down in that junk to get him out of here. bigger animal than what I thought they were. Huh? Muy, muy grande. Thank you. Good job. Bueno. First day of hunting for red stag. This morning we saw a bunch of them, but we didn't see anything like this. And Adrian, we were coming over that mountain and he saw the horns underneath that tree, and it's like, couldn't see any of the bodies, and man, it looks good. So we were lucky enough to close the distance on him within a couple of 100 yards. Excellent hunt, excellent guide, excellent food, excellent country. What can I say? I mean, what more can a man ask for? How blessed am I? Dennis and I, as you know, have hunted all over the world together. But Dan Corwell and I, Dan's an old buddy of mine since 7 years old. Dan and I have hunted together since 1972 off and on. This is my first big adventure hunt with Dan, and Dan is in for a treat as he gets to go on his first stag hunt, same as what Dennis and I are doing, and believe me, his work is cut out for him.
You got him.
Wow. Thank y'all. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
Muchas gracias. Wow. Wow. This, what a magnificent animal. This is just something to see. It just, one of God's creatures, and he's made a beautiful animal here. A very strong animal, just really a mighty animal. I'm excited.
After Dan harvested his stag, he got a chance to go out to see if he can put a spot and stalk on a Russian boar.
Yes, he's behind the bush.
Miss. Shoot it.
Muchas gracias,
Congratulations.
amigo. Very good.
Very good.
Go get him. Well, here he is. We've walked across the draw. We've shot him in the head, and beautiful color, black feet, black ears, kind of a gray type body. Much different than what we have in Louisiana. Ours are usually solid black. I'm from Louisiana, and we have many free-range hogs there, but I've never shot one before. This will be the very first one I have. So it's been a great time here in Argentina. My amigo here, Danielle, has helped us. He He's been great all this time, and we've had a real great time, and I appreciate all your help. Thank you. He's made our trip to Argentina really something special.
Come to Tubbs to spend less time mowing and have more fun grilling. Come to Tubbs to spend less time mowing and have more fun grilling.